Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today on our travels around the world, we are still going to be in Berlin, Germany. I have 3 pictures of Checkpoint Charlie. So this would have been the checkpoint between East Berlin and West Berlin, where you would have gone through. Very famous checkpoint. And then here is another picture. It's not a great one of me, but still it was the one I had of me in front of Checkpoint Charlie. So I'm just going to go ahead and scrap it. And then the other one I have, I thought was just kind of an interesting narrative. Here I am sitting in a McDonald's drinking from a commercialized, and you're looking at Checkpoint Charlie, where you would have had the difference between the commerce of the West and the communist state that they would have had prior to the wall coming down in the 80s. So I thought that was just an interesting comparison to, the West and the East. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and scrapbook these photos. And then what I'm using for this, I'm kind of digging into my stash a little bit and trying to vary things up. And so what I'm using is a kit called Snapshot. This is from We Are Memory Keeper. And I don't know if it even has year. Let me see. And I think I have 2 of them in here, actually. It doesn't have a year, but like the example photo that they give is dated 2013. So definitely an older item I've had in my stash for quite a while, and want to get some of it used up. This was designed by Teresa Collins, who is one of my favorite scrapbook designers. I don't know if she's still designing or not, but anyhow, what I've picked for these, because they are more of the brown tones, and with Checkpoint Charlie, this would have been a military type item. So I don't necessarily want it to be themey with military, but I kind of want the tones of it to kind of fall into play. And then I'm using this grid paper, or this ledger paper, because I thought it would be great for journaling, but I also pulled out a journaling card. So I'm probably going to go pretty much with like this standard background, with the 3 doing stacked and beside itself. I did pull out the sticker sheets. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not. I also have some other items that I could pull in for decorating, but I have them out in case I change my mind. And then what I'm thinking about doing is going and matting the photos on the back of this, and then taking the leftover strip of the cameras and running that down the side. So I just have to kind of cut strategically. And that will give me a little bit of a pop of color with this blue, and then give me the little bit of detail with the camera. And then I pulled out this because I really like this journaling card that says Snapshot, and I thought I could do my journaling on there. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on pause, and we'll come back and fast forward this and see what we can come up with. Thanks. Okay, so I went pretty much as planned. I'm going to go ahead and mat the 2 photos to the bottom side, so that when you flip it over, you have the cameras running vertically. And so I'm just going to go ahead and stack them here, and then take, I'm going to put the picture with the McDonald's drink up high, because I'm going to run the journaling card down below. So I'm just making a very thin border, because I still want to see the ledger paper underneath, and I don't want to cover it all up. But yeah, so here I have that leftover piece. I'm just going to run it over here, bringing it in again just enough so you can still tell it's a ledger paper, and then running that other block above it. So I'm grabbing the 1 ledger card that says Snapshot. I think that's all it says. I put it away already. And I'm just going to stick this down below. And this is where I'll journal about, spending the time going in to see Checkpoint Charlie, talking about the wall coming down, because that all occurred when I was in high school, and so for me it is a memory from something that occurred in my lifetime, and so I just wanted to go ahead and document, and then document what it felt like to be there after the wall had come down. I have stories from my grandmother of her friends still being over in East Germany and having to mail her items that she couldn't get while she was on the east side of Berlin. And so it kind of is has relevance to me, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm taking these letter stickers that came with the paper pad, and I'm just spelling out Checkpoint Charlie. And then I'm just going to take a couple of the phrase stickers and run them at the bottom that just, say remember this, snapshot, things like that. Trying to keep them kind of generic, but I'm also varying up the color between the jade green, the darker brown, and the craft color. Now I do take this other tab that says photo, but as I'm looking at this, these stickers are very flat and the whole thing is looking flat. Now, I know in my past videos I've said that I don't mind that, but this was almost looking too flat. So I just went into my embellishments. I grabbed this old pack of Stickos, and of course the adhesive wasn't sticking down unless it popped up and then fell on my photo, at which point it stuck down. But I did add a little more adhesive to it. So I have the globe up there that says travel the world. I have the word explore above the title. I have another phrase down at the bottom. I think it says like let's travel or something like that. And then I grabbed the passport along with the camera that I'm going to move up to the top portion of snapshots. The other thing I'm doing is I'm taking these My Mind Eye brads, and this is where I'm going to get my little bit of lump and bump on there without adding a ton. And I'm adding 3 of the enamel colored brads to the layout. And then the one that's up by the globe actually has like a biplane on it to kind of represent my flying days. And then you're going to see where I'm kind of trying to pick off the glue that got stuck on the photo, and it's going to happen one more time because one of the other ones popped off, and I'll just end up having to glue it a little bit higher on the photo, but it's okay. Worst case scenario, I would have had to just reprint them again. And that's pretty much going to be it. I'm just going to put the date at the bottom, and then off camera I will do the journaling for this, just talking about the wall coming down and being able to see this, and just the experience of sitting in the McDonald's, which is commercialized Western culture, right next to the Checkpoint Charlie, where you had the division of the free world and the communist society. So yeah, just kind of a little bit different, and wanted to document that. Anyways, here are some close-ups for you. Please check the links down below for everyone who is playing along this month. They may be playing every day. They may be playing once or twice a month. Just everyone who has shown interest is linked down below. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we will see you again on my channel for another stop around the world. Thanks. Bye-bye.